The German ambassador of low-cut t-shirts strikes again. 1 year after launching and expanding his trailer music course into an acclaimed knowledge hub for aspiring trailer composers, industry veteran Alex Pfeffer opened the doors to his brand new video game music course. Let's go over the release model and structure of the course and evaluate the entire thing. At the end, I'll finish with a bit of a heartfelt message on a topic that's very dear to me and that struck me while going through the course. So make sure to watch the video until the end. This time, we're not building huge walls of sounds or analyzing trailer build-ups, but instead learn what makes a successful video game composer and how we can become one by making our way through the game music industry. Just like the trailer music course, the video game music course is released in early access, which basically means that you save $100 for the fact that not all content is available yet and have the chance to actively shape the further development of the course with your feedback. With already 6 to 8 hours of video content uploaded, I feel that this promise is backed up with concrete evidence, and it's a good deal to save money. I recently went back to the trailer music course and was baffled to see that the amount of content has doubled compared to when I visited the last time, which is a great display of Alex's dedication. He nailed the execution of the early access concept back then, and with the video game music course, he promises to pull it off again. The course starts off with a module called Video Game Music Essentials that gives us a good first rundown of what happens when we join our first game music project and how we can integrate ourselves seamlessly into the team. We learn how briefings give us necessary information on the game, its story and the world, and how we can plan and organize our project to keep track of the dozens of little tracks we have to write while forming one coherent soundtrack. Alex teaches us how video game music differs from the other music that we're writing.
The track keeps playing wherever it was, but there is like another layer playing along with the battle track. So this would basically mean that your track dynamically changes.
In video game music, the player input influences the action and not the composer. And therefore, we need to be mindful to construct our soundtrack in a modular and adaptable way. The second module is a summary of popular video game music styles with examples and a list of frequently used instrumentations. Before we focus on our game's main theme, we learn how to structure it and come up with a quote-unquote perfect melody.
In my opinion, this is like the most perfect main theme. If somebody would ask me, what is your absolute favorite main theme?
Alex shows us an example of what makes a good main theme and follows up with a chapter on scoring video game cutscenes. Next is my favorite module of the course, in-game music. In this video series, we create perfectly looping tracks, it's trickier than you might think, that we can then upgrade with intro and outro files, jingles, context-sensitive overlays for different intensity levels, or adapt them into a variation track with a different mood. What follows is a practical block of applying this knowledge to different game genres. For example, writing an RPG game loop. Lastly, we have videos on the business side of things. Contracts, NDAs, what to keep in mind when scheduling multiple projects ahead, and of course, how to find work and organize it in a way that we don't burn out. Speaking of burnout, the mental health part of the business is covered as well, and Alex gives strategies on how to cope with rejection and develop healthy habits for our work life. So who's the video game music course for? At one point in the course, Alex says, the course doesn't want to explain you how to write music, but how to make your music work for a video game setting. And this is kind of the main essence of it. The course is not a beginner's guide on how to write music with a DAW. It assumes that you already know your way around the composing process. It puts you in a good shape to leverage your music and work on your professional attitude, so you can become a valuable and integral part in a video game project. While we are still analyzing melodies and arrangements, we don't revise the entire process of creating music in Cubase, Studio One or other DAWs from scratch. And therefore we have enough time available to talk about the juicy things, making our music video game ready and learning the soft skills to avoid communication pitfalls while negotiating a good deal for us. One thing to notice is that this course does not dive deep into interactive audio solutions like Fmort or WWise, as Alex argues that you're not expected to work hands-on with the game logic and audio implementation as the composer, so be aware of that. Alex has a talent for teaching concepts in an easy-to-follow way, and he makes great use of it here. He focuses on the most important video game music mechanics and doesn't lose himself in details or exceptions that would hinder his straightforward knowledge delivery. Alex's explanations are clear, and he uses his many years of experience in the field to give us examples for problems that he encountered and how he solved them. In the course, we're analyzing tracks from at least 5 video games that Alex composed for. He shows examples of his own works and creates new material from scratch. The information was never overwhelming to me, and I could easily follow along with his explanations. The videos have fantastic visual and audio quality, and he provides prepared PDFs with the most important key takeaways as downloadable resources. This is a nice upgrade to the hand drawing style that he uses in the trailer music course, as we now also have a little handout for each topic. It adds a bit of polish to the entire thing. Alex Pfeffer's video game music course laid out the exciting but somewhat foggy and menacing world of video game music right in front of me. And I can see everything much clearer now. Going through the course, I feel ready to dive into a video game project with a good sense of what will be expected of me. And this already makes the course a huge success for me. It's the perfect entry point for those of us who already know the basics of the composing process, but want to clear their path into that juicy industry. For each step of the process, from finding work and applying ourselves to a game dev studio, negotiating a budget, scheduling and organizing our project, over music writing for main themes, jingles and background music, all the way until the important technical requirements of video game tracks and methods to stay sane during all of this. Alex takes us by the hand and gives us a powerful set of applicable knowledge on the way. With the trailer music course, he's already proven to us that he goes above and beyond to deliver fantastic educational resources with many hours of video content, bonus materials and special tips. And I've seen him answering incoming questions on the course Discord channel throughout the entire year. For the video game music course, with the early access price, you can save $100 and influence the further development of the course to your liking. To me, the course would be already well worth the early access price of $179, and seeing what Alex did with the trailer music course, we can expect a consistent content delivery coming up to further increase its value. There's one more thing I want to talk about. I have to say that I'm really impressed by the mental health part of the course. Alex has a fantastic work and life ethic, and I greatly admire him for openly talking about what worked and didn't work for him over the last 15 plus years. I'm a medical doctor myself, and I really appreciate how he not only dedicates an entire 40-minute video to this topic in the course, but also does it while finding a sensible way of giving valuable and directly applicable suggestions on what we can do to increase our productivity and maximize our physical and mental health.
This is something that is very important if you don't take care about your mental health and also about your, about your body. This can't go well for, if you consider this to work in this industry for a longer time.
From my experience, it's a very recent and relevant topic among composers and other artists. Alex has a great understanding of what's important in life, for most of us at least, and explains some of those tricks that really can make an impact on our well-being. No matter if you agree with everything he says or have some healthy doubts on certain areas, he raises some very valid, evidence-based points when it comes to health aspects that affect all of us who work and live in front of a computer. Posture and exercise, nutrition, mental strength and self-reflection, and overall trying to be the best version of ourselves for a fulfilled life.
I really recommend if you do some of these things on the list, you will definitely increase your production and it may completely change your life.
This guy makes V-necks cool again. Go check out the video game music course in the video description. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.